Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Jeff and Ishan show. Pop, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about Single Salma.
It's a Hindi language romantic comedy written by Mudassar Aziz, Amina Khan, Ravi Kumar, and it's directed by Nachiket Samant. What is it about, Pop?
Single Salma is a PG-rated romantic comedy about Salma, played by Huma Qureshi, a successful single urban planner in her 30s, living in Lucknow, which was very exciting for us because we've been there and eaten a million tunde kebabs, as previously discussed. And she's effectively the breadwinner of her family, but they're still having a financial crisis. Her mom and a lot of the men around her are pressuring her to get married. She finally meets a really nice guy named Sikandar, played by Shreyas Talpade. And he is super nice and supports her, admires her, and maybe she's not in love with him, but he's a really good guy, so she agrees to go ahead and get engaged to him. And then she gets an opportunity at work to go to London for 2 months for a training program. Her family is against it, but Sikandar is very supportive of her and knows that this is very important for her career, so he agrees to postpone the wedding for 2 months for her to make this trip. When she gets to London, you'll never guess what happens. This is a romantic comedy. We need a complication. She meets this super hot stud played by Sunny Singh.
मैं ओपन रिलेशनशिप में बिलीव करता हूँ ना ही किसी की सुननी पड़ती है और ना जवाब देना पड़ता है
London-born Indian, and he's kind of her boss, and he's also a real cad, and he right away starts making moves on her. And she's kind of sort of maybe interested in him, maybe having a fling with him, whereas he's really falling in love with her. And the rest of the movie is about her navigating all of this mess she's gotten herself into.
It was very fast-paced, very energetic. It was almost too happy and too much sunshine kind of vibes. It just felt a little bit rushed and a little bit too oh, it's fine.
Like too easy.
Yeah.
I love the first hour. I was solidly on board with this rom-com. After an hour, it completely went off the rails for me, and I started having serious problems with it. The Sunny Singh's character is very much in love with her. He acts and says, yet he's got to destroy everything about her that is part of her identity. She's Muslim, she doesn't drink, she's told him this repeatedly, so he's got to take her to a pub to hang out with his white racist friends who look like skinheads to try to pressure her into drinking. It was almost like a fraternity hazing. And these are people in their 30s, so it felt very weird. They finally convince her to drink a beer, and he's actually pushing up on the bottom of the glass, going, drink, 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 to make her chug it. But what then bothered me worse is she's okay with it. Like, he barges into her hotel room, even though he knows she's engaged, and they make out. And I'm not ruining a lot of the movie. These are just the things that leapt out at me is, what is going on with both of these people? And I just decided they were both really immature, self-absorbed narcissists. And I kept thinking, what is the message of this movie? She's fighting the patriarchy at home. She takes on a couple of creepy men in Lucknow. But then she comes to London, and the men there are equally creepy, especially the guy in love with her. And it seems like, well, it's okay if you're a creep as long as you're a super handsome stud like Sunny Singh, I guess is the message.
Okay, that's totally true. 100% agree. Another thing that felt a little bit unnecessary was this whole thing where it's being told, the whole story is being told at a lecture or a speech given by Sikandar. And it starts at the beginning. It's like he's getting his trophy for business or something. And then it's like he's telling this whole story about what went on. And it just felt a little unrealistic. First of all, how did he know all of this stuff in general? Is he making it up? And it just, that would never be you go up and tell this big story that doesn't even really have to do with starting a business, being an entrepreneur or anything. How many stars?
This pains me. I want to give it 1 star, but I'm going to give it 2 stars for the actors. It's not their fault. They're great performers. They did their best to rise above the material.
I'm no Simon Cowell, so I'm going to give it 2.5.
All right. Well, I thought you kind of loved it. I didn't know when we watched it together. I had this vibe that you were really into it.
I was putting on a face so you didn't get influenced by my thoughts.
Okay. All right. And we've seen, you know what? We've seen reviewed several romantic comedies, and they've all been pretty great. But this is sadly not one of them.
It happens.
It happens. All right. See you next time. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.